So welcome to On the Record if you're just joining us. And is ever-confident Donald Trump getting worried? After falling into second place in 2 Iowa polls, Trump is now begging people in Iowa for more support.
Got a little shake-up in Iowa. I don't know what's going on.
Keep going down.
By the way, before I forget, will you get the numbers up, Iowa, please? This is ridiculous. I mean, what is my competition? In all fairness, what is my competition? I don't like being second is terrible to me. In most polls, I'm number one. Now, until Iowa came along, I said every poll. And then Iowa came. What the hell are you people doing to me? If I lose Iowa, I will never speak to you people again. That I can tell you.
And as Donald makes a push to get back up on top, at least on that poll, another contender is sick and tired of the way this race is shaping up.
Do you know how crazy this election is? Let me tell you something. I've about had it with these people. What has happened to our party? What has happened to the conservative movement? I'm fed up. I am sick and tired of listening to this nonsense, and I'm going to have to call it like it is as long as I'm in this race.
And I want to know what you think of the two current frontrunners in national polls. Who has more to lose in tonight's debate? Tweet Trump or Carson using hashtag Greta. And we'll show you the live Twitter votes throughout the show. And the On the Record political panel is here. Wall Street Journal editorial board member Mary Kisso and radio talk show host Tammy Bruce. Tammy, first to you. Are you waiting to see the showdown with Donald Trump, or are you going to take the high road and say that you want to hear the substance of the policy?
Well, you know, there has to be both, because we know the Democrats won't be a light touch with whoever the nominee is. So this is a proving ground. I mean, if you can't handle Donald Trump, you're not going to be able to handle Hillary or Putin or anyone else. So this is great for whoever the nominee is, because we're going to see if they're going to be able to handle it. And so Ben Carson needs to be able to answer these questions. Of course, he's high in the polls specifically because nobody really has asked him hard questions. No one's pushed him. If we think he can be the commander-in-chief, if we think he can be president, he should be able to be pushed, and he should come back, because the world is not a nice place.
And, of course, Donald Trump has said that he lacks energy, that Ben Carson, I think he even says worse than Governor Jeb Bush, who he famously said lacked energy. What do you be watching for,
well,
Mary?
look, this is classic Trump bluster. He has to say these things because he wants to avoid talking about policy. If Donald Trump is worried, it should be because there's a ceiling on his support. The huge dislike numbers, even higher than Hillary's. And he's kind of making it up as it goes along here. Hasn't answered questions about health care. He put out a tax reform plan that was basically cribbed from Jeb Bush's. What I'm looking for tonight is candidates who can outline a vision for economic growth in this country, and not candidates that can't explain why we've had the stagnation that we've had. It's a key fact, and they have to start doing that. They have to start explaining the stagnation of the last 7 years and outline a vision for the future.
I've noticed, though, too, with Kasich and Trump, these men are beginning to whine. Jeb Bush was whining. Ironically, the last man standing tonight
I actually thought Kasich was trying to grab the stage back, saying, I'm fed up. I thought he better show that energy tonight.
It makes him look peevish.
But the last man standing tonight may be Carly Fiorina, because she is the one person who actually is taking everything seriously and uses these obstacles to her benefit. And, yeah, you know, they're all searching for a way to be heard. But the next president isn't going to have to do that. The next president's going to take control of the situation.
I'll give you the last word, Mary.
Yeah, Carly Fiorina, she's a very impressive person, but she hasn't been in the ebb and flow of politics. We've only elected 3 outsiders of president in our history. She has a long road ahead, and this is just another vetting that she's going to have to get through tonight.
Mary, Tammy, thank you both. We're less than 100 days away from the Iowa caucus, the first test. Thank you both.